So you have depth, but you're young. And young comes with inexperience, and what comes with inexperience is inconsistency. Are the Pistons winning the NBA championship this year? No. Are they getting to the Eastern Conference Final? No. Are they a top 6 seed? No. Are they a play-in team? Oh. Maybe. So what do you need to do? You need to suck it up like the Warriors did and lose for a few years. And then become contenders. Year 3, year 4, year 5.
32. That's what I'm saying. Pistons should win 32 games next year.
32? 9
32.
games more than they did last season.
Yes.
I think that's fair. I'd say between 30 and 33.
See, I thought you would say, see, they won 23 games last year, 24 this year. That'd be a great step.
Okay, so let me kind of clarify yesterday. Because
Yeah, please.
I really think I didn't do a good enough job explaining.
Yeah, I think sometimes we take you down a dark alley and you don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
Now get out of the dark alley.
So, your lineup this season, and this is me projecting without any free agents coming in, your core 5, the 5 that'll play 28-plus minutes a night, I believe will be Cade Cunningham, Saddiq Bey, Jaden Ivey, Marvin Bagley. I believe they will sign him. That's going to happen. And then a mix of Stewart, Noel, and Duran. I'm still not sure how that's going to work.
But you know what name you took out of that? That's no longer in there? Corey Joseph.
Corey Joseph.
Corey Joseph got a lot of play last year.
Thank God he's not going to get played this year. That's probably why they're going to win so many more games.
You're basically...
Alec Burks.
Right.
And you have Alec Burks, Killian Hayes off the bench, Isaiah Livers. This is a team that's going to be competitive. Down the stretch, Terry, I believe they covered the spread for, 19 consecutive games it was down the stretch last season. Post All-Star break, Cade Cunningham was one of the better, not only fourth quarter clutch players in the NBA, but really just one of the better players in the NBA. 22, 5, and 5 in the month of March, I believe, or February. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So I expect Saddiq Bey to take a big jump forward this year, along with Cade Cunningham. And I think Jaden Ivey's going to be an impactful 16.5 points a night, 4 rebounds, 2.5, 3 assists a night. That'll be his rookie year, I believe. Would I love Duran to just step in and give me 20 minutes, 25 minutes a night? Yes. But Noel's there for a reason. He's going to be their rim protector. Isaiah Stewart is not a rim protector, or at least not a consistent one. He is undersized. So how that rotation works, I'm still not sure. But I do think they're 6, 7, maybe even 8 games better than last year. They're not going to lose 59 games this year. Will they lose 50? I think so. 32 and 50? That wouldn't shock me. Are they a 36 and 46 team? That's borderline play-in, right? But even then, that's 10 games out of the play-in last year in the East. So I'm not expecting the play-in. I don't believe they're going after anybody significantly talented in free agency. All the trades that you've seen have told you this. They will go for Marvin Bagley. They'll have about $22 million left over. I don't know if they'll go for Bobby Portis, but that is an option. But I don't think it's going to happen. Patty Mills going to the Nets. I don't even think that's an option as well. They're going to get one more shooter, I believe. And Alec Burks, by the way, I think is a great signing. 40% from 3 over the last 3 seasons. And he averages over 4 attempts a game. I mean, you're talking a guy that's going to improve this team. So you have depth, but you're young. And young comes with inexperience, and what comes with inexperience is inconsistency.
Now, I've heard,
Go ahead.
Miles Bridges, off the table. But I heard they may kick the tires on Victor Oladipo. Now, after I posted it on Twitter, I read this crazy report later that Oladipo made $21 million, but some team can sign him between $4 and $6 million. How the hell does that happen? I don't think that's possible.
I don't believe they go for Oladipo. And I wouldn't advise it. Would you? I mean, Oladipo is going to command 26, 28 minutes a night. Would I rather him be in a rotation between Killian, Saddiq, Jaden, and Cade? Or would I just prefer those 4 to figure it out on the court? Are the Pistons winning the NBA championship this year? No. Are they getting to the Eastern Conference Final? No. Are they a top 4 seed? No. Are they a top 6 seed? No. Are they a play-in team? Maybe. Okay.
Thanks, Al.
Sorry. So what's the play here, guys? You guys know how very demanding I am, especially when it comes to the Lions. Basketball's a different sport. I operate under how the league average timeline for success works. In the NFL, you can turn it around in 2 to 3 years. Hell, if you're a damn good coach and a damn good GM and you're paired together, you can turn it around in 1 goddamn year. But in the NBA, unless you get LeBron James, you're not turning it around in a year. Oh, in Detroit, you're not attracting any top 3, top 5 players in free agency. So forget that. So what do you need to do? You need to suck it up like the Warriors did and lose for a few years, and then become contenders year 3, year 4, year 5. You're 2 years out, in my opinion, from being a team that's going to be in the playoffs. Now the question is, can you get out of the first round? Can you make a run? Different conversation we're having. Now we can talk about success. Right now, they're just young and they're early in the process, and I think it's unfair to even put play-in expectations with an Eastern Conference that just saw Atlanta get a lot better. Cleveland will be a lot better next season. The Nets will be just fine. The Sixers are going to reload up probably. Toronto will be good again. Milwaukee will be back fully healthy.
Sixers could implode, though.
They could, but even then, honestly, Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris is enough to get you in the playoffs. And it's enough to beat the Pistons in a 7-game series. It just is.
I think the Pistons had a shot at the play-in game, but Troy Weaver decided not to take that option because he is gambling that he's going to get better talent next year, and in the long run can make the Pistons a stronger team. So he's kicking the can down the road. And I also wonder if he heard stuff about Miles Bridges for the rest of us.
Maybe so, but this idea that Zach understands. Zach gets it. Zach Connolly. How do you believe, like I do in parentheses, that Cade is such a great player? I think we agree there. And he will have the biggest jump in year 2, which I think we agree on. And here's where we disagree. You say, and they only win 10 more games. If that's true, you don't believe that he is that good. Dude.
That's a lot of games.
LeBron James missed the playoffs his first year. And his second year, I believe. Cade's going into his second season with a group of 20-year-olds around him. Not Al Horford. Not any veteran presence. There are no veteran presence here. Are you going to win 41 games this year? I don't think so. And look, Cade was amazing down the stretch last year. And the team was healthy down the stretch. Well, I should say healthier down the stretch last year. You lost all the games. You covered the spread, but you lost all those games. Is Cade going to come in and carry you to that level? I don't think so in year 2. It's too young of a team. It's just too young. And if you guys want to believe that they're going to win 38, 42, 44 games, have at it. I'm not going there. I'm just not. That's not how the NBA works. And if Cade Cunningham, who I think can be a superstar, can carry you in year 2, I would be pleasantly surprised. And I would love to admit I'm wrong. But I don't see how Cade is supposed to carry a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds to the play-in, where you have to win 46 games to get in, because that's what it was last year as the 10 seed. Charlotte won 46 games. You're going to go from 23 to 46. You're going to double your win output just because Cade Cunningham is a rising star? Come on, guys. You need more than that.
Yes, it's a grown man's league. And the thing about veterans is they don't have to play hard every night. But when it's when it's time to put a team like the Pistons away, Pistons can be within 2 or 3 points of somebody, and the guys on the other team look at their watches. Okay, let's put them away because they're still young. They don't know how to win games against better teams. So we'll just splash them away in the fourth quarter. That's pretty much how the league works. So you still have players on the Pistons looking around like, wow, look at the bright lights. It sure is pretty in these arenas. They don't know what's happening. Cade Cunningham, for as great as he is, he doesn't know what's happening yet. He's still learning. He's trying to get that, I don't know what you call it, but he's trying to get that swagger.
Just so you guys know, LeBron James did miss the playoffs his first 2 seasons. They were 35-47 his first year, then 42-40. Steph Curry missed the playoffs his first 2 seasons. Stop it. Do me a favor. Shut up. Know what I'm talking about. In the NBA, you don't become a championship contender, typically, if you look at all the teams across the board that draft their teams until year 6, 7, or 8. You're in year 2, guys. Chill out. You're in year 2. Relax. Isiah Thomas and the Pistons. You know when they won their first championship? In Isaiah's 7th season.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? Year 6, they almost broke that team up.
They gave up. They parted ways with Dantley after that finals loss, correct?
Yeah. Because there was friction on the team. Chuck Daly wanted more ball movement, and he wanted Dennis Rodman to play more, and Adrian Dantley wasn't having it. So they had their big argument in Boston. 2 weeks later, Dantley was gone.
You got to make moves sometimes. And I'm sorry, Troy Weaver, I think, has done a very good job so far in this rebuild. 3 years ago, guys. 3 years ago. Svi, Siku, Andre Drummond. That was your poster lineup. Look what you got now. You're on the right track, Detroit. Relax. You'll win 30 to 34 games. Great. 35 games.
What about
Cool.
32?
32's fine. I don't care. You will improve this year in the win total. I believe that. But you will not be 23 games better. You just won't be. It's a tough sell for me. With the team you have right now, with Marvin Bagley, it's not enough. 34 wins got the play-in the West. Well, I have breaking news for you, man. The Pistons, I'll say slow, because, sometimes it's hard to understand, I know. The Detroit Pistons play in the Eastern Conference, where the 10 seed last season. I know it's
really?
a big.
Wow.
I know. Where the 10 seed last season had 46 wins. The East is the new West. The East is loaded 1 to 12. That's the Eastern Conference and what it is now. It's young, it has stars, and in the West, you're top 5 heavy, I would say. You're not making it with 34 for 35 wins in the play-in this season. What's the problem? You really want playoff basketball that bad? Why? You want to be the Knicks? The Knicks are what you were 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You want to be 41-41, make the playoffs, and get dicked at home twice by the Milwaukee Bucks and LeBron James? Is that what you want? I don't think so.
No thanks. I've seen that, been there, done that. Now, I think some people did not get the memo that it's probably 15, 20 years in the West. You could win 50 games and barely make the playoffs. It's switched now. The East is
the East is the new West, which is shocking. But hey, good.
But they said that was going to happen one day. Slowly, things shift.
Took 40 years, but it's happened.
Right.